Don't forget to check out my Patreon where we have exclusive content for groups such as Twice, 17, Red Velvet, Blackpink, NCT, Super M, SHINee, AT, Stray Kids, and so much more, along with K-dramas, concerts, and other variety shows. Hey guys, and here today we're doing Sushi Tao with Yeonjun and Taehyun, which is literally the crazy. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for this. I think I've heard Yeonjun gets like really drunk, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if it was like a joke or not, but looking forward to that. But yeah, let's just hop into the video.
자, 갑시다. 자, 오늘의 게스트. 나 연준이야 이거? 사진이? 끼를 한껏 뿌렸네. 이쪽에 나오네요.
I'm so excited.
좋습니다. 이름 투모로우 바이 투게더 연준 태연. 인원 2명. 직업 열정가 야망이 빛나는 아티스트. 선배님, 저희 오프닝부터 예약해놓고 한참 기다렸는데 드디어 저희 차례 지금 만나러 갑니다. 투모로우 바이 투게더.
안녕하십니까. 안녕하세요.
아유, 뭘 이렇게 많이 싸두고
I've seen someone wear that Celine shirt, and I'm wondering who it was because it looks so familiar. By the way, on Patreon we're checking out Act Boy, and we finally got Act Lovesick because I was trying so hard to find a link that actually was good. I got his photo too.
아무튼 이게 뭐 예약한 이유가
But yeah, on Patreon we're checking those out this month, so please join if you wish, and 1 night 2 days with TXT as well.
모두 200인간이 이 친구들 정말 너무너무 이번에 앨범 잘 돼가지고
They're so much more comfortable already compared to like when they first met.
무난하게 발렌타인 21년으로.
Also, I think this is the first time I'm seeing TXT drink.
아니 이제 연준이랑도 술 먹어봤고 태연이랑도 술 먹어봤고 일단 둘 다 술을 잘 먹습니다. 정말 잘 먹어서
They've
항상
English drink with wow, no wonder they're so much more comfortable.
조금 쉴 때 연락해서 간간히 보긴 했었는데 투모로우 바이 투게더는 술 마시기 전에 무슨 건배사 같은 거 한다고 노래 제목을
네. 굿보이 하면은 건배 하시면 돼요. 굿보이 건배.
아니야 두 분의 앨범이 잘 돼가지고 마음이 좋아 나도. 참 이 친구들이 그렇게 노력을 했던 것들이 이제 사람들이 알아봐 주는구나.
Oh, I'm gonna cry in this video. I just know it.
너무 좋더라고. 그리고 나는 나오기 전에도 들어봤고.
처음으로 막 이렇게 한국 음원 차트에서 살아남고 정말 약간 체감할 수 있는.
That's so crazy to me because I feel like they've been big for a while now.
음원 차트 지금 상위권이죠. 최소 연차 초동 더블 밀리언셀러 달성.
이거를 듣고
초동도 218만 장을 찍었거든요. 나는 이거 어떤 느낌인지 너무 잘 아니까 항상 얘기했지만 이 수치가 요런
God, Yeonjun's so pretty.
했던 거 그대로 가는데
그 상향되는 곡선에 명확하게 봐서 저희 너무 좋았죠. 3주 동안 되게 진짜 막참 못 자. 아까 저희 챌린지 했던 것처럼 그렇게 매일같이 했는데 안 힘들더라고요.
I did super cute though.
안 졸리지. 근데 이번에 인기가요에서
1위를 했죠. 웃었잖아요.
That's so crazy to me. I just don't understand. But it's Freaky Guy, that's why. I'm pretty sure they won first place before, but I see all these charts and everything just confuse me. But yeah, I'm very shocked for that.
너 인기가요 MC야.
It's funny because I just saw them, or I'm watching, I pre-record so much. I just watched Plus Line, the Plus Line, I'm gonna call it that, for Runaway era. That's gonna come out way after this. And that was on, they did, the episode was with them in Inkigayo, and it was really that full circle. It's crazy.
저희가 뮤직에서 처음 상 받았을 1위 했을 때가 수빈이 형이 KBS 시작하고 있어요. 또 이번에 인기가요도 연준이 하고 있을 때 받아봤고.
근데 뭐 서로 눈물이 좀 많아?
여기가 제일
좀 많은 편이야. 너는 왜 이렇게 눈물이
Yeonjun, Bumgyu, and
이런 오는 캐릭터 필요하다.
I feel like those two cry a lot.
우리도 막 멤버들이 너무 눈물이 많으니까.
I don't think I've ever seen Hyun and Kai cry. I don't think I've seen.
정국이.
Yeah.
봤던 것 같아요.
옆에서 야 울어.
Yeah. He cried at my concert.
저희 맨
I think
처음에
was that my
형
concert?
콘서트
I
갔을
don't
때
remember.
그때 형 웃었어요.
언제였지?
영포에 뭐
아 한국에서 체조했을 때.
Yeah, when Yoongi cried because his parents were there.
맞아요. 아 근데 저도 보면서
Yeah, his parents were in the audience. I love how they knew the exact reference too. They were like young forever.
부모님이 다 계시.
Yeah.
뭐였어요?
나 봐봐.
아 그거는 하면서도 계속 참았어요.
그 그날 어버이날.
어버이날이어서 절하시잖아요.
저랑 되게 디테일하게.
네. 그날이 전 너무 인상 깊었어요.
I'd be so embarrassed if someone just pointed that out. I was like, oh right, I guess I did.
네. 이번에
They're singing shit.
너무 기쁘더라고요.
Like our summer,
우리 공연 미국 공연 또 와봤어.
네, 시카고.
That's what I was meant. That's what I meant. They were so cute.
네.
But Yoongi was also
이야기했던 게
pretty.
이제 가수는 공연이다 이런
awkward.
이야기 얼핏 했던 것 같은데. 아니 솔직히 토로가 시작한 무대, 공연 이런 게 훨씬 특화된 팀이라고 생각해요.
I agree. The choreo
이거
stuff.
투어를 하면서 꼭 보여주고 싶어 그런 모습.
I've been avoiding anything from this tour because I want to just experience it when I get there. The only thing I want to see is a set list, but I'm waiting.
무대만 보여드리는
So I don't get too sad if it's not what I want.
더 즐기지 못한 게 너무 아쉽더라고요.
Yes.
어렵지. 그거에 대한 딜레마가 있지. 어쨌든 뭐 춤적 이런 것도 보여줘야 돼. 퍼포먼스적인 막 여러 가지를 보여줘야 돼. 그거 진짜 어렵지. 그거는 진짜 좀 연차가 많이 쌓여야지. 우리도 그래서 그런 거의 없어. 사야지.
I really, TXT did really good though.
곡수가 늘어나.
I was very jealous.
공연의 수가 늘어나.
I'm like, dang, I should have went to the last tour because they were so interactive and going in the audience and stuff.
이번에는 완전 다 아레나
아레나 스타디움도 하나 있고.
스타디움 아레나. 야 나는 기분이 좋더라고. 어때? 그 느낌이?
너무 좋죠.
진짜 이제 자랑하고 싶어요.
아니 진짜 아레나 스타디움을 할 수 있는 가수가 생각보다 세상에 많지
Very
않아요.
true.
근데 그런 것들을 좀 자랑을 해.
네, 저희도 작년 투어 돌았을 때 멤버들이 제일 아쉬워했던 게 사실 베뉴였어요. 되게 코로나 이후로 저희가 또 되게 처음으로 도는 거다 보니까 조그맣게
아니야. 근데 그렇게 하는 게 맞아. 우리는 클럽부터 스타디움까지 가봤는데
클럽. 클럽에
클럽 공연했어.
진짜 그럼 클럽.
200명 들어가는 클럽.
아 진짜.
I think was that during
근데 나는 웬만한 베뉴의
Rookie King. I think they were in a club as well. It's very small, like very small for when they were handing out the flyers and stuff.
빠르게 큰 물론 뭐 전파할 수는 있을 거라고 생각해. 뭐 초동이고 막 이런 막 이야기도 나오고 막
I think the difference of what Yoongi's saying though is I still don't really agree. It's very similar to Olivia Rodrigo because I think it was like the same time period where I think she was doing some because I remember I like she'll still pop up on my feed even though I don't follow her or anything, and I saw her venues as well because I think it was the same time period, and I was like, wait, what? And it's because she wanted to, like, I think this is what was said. I don't know if she wanted to or people were just saying that to start small. But I think with Olivia Rodrigo and with, like, TXT, you gotta be realistic. Also, that's a waste of money, too. Like, because the ticket sales and the merch. So, merch is the main thing that artists make money from, not really even the ticket sales. Ticket sales usually just are for the venue and, like, to pay for the fees and everything for, like, the artist. The main money they get is from merch. But if you don't have a lot of tickets, you're not going to get a lot of merch. So, like, if it was 1,000 seats, I forgot how many they really were, that's not even everyone's going to get merch. So, it's probably like 500. Let's say, be generous, 500 people get merch. But maybe one person gets one. Like, half of those people probably get, like, a t-shirt. So, I don't understand how they even made money from that. I really don't think they made any money from that because they went to very few places because K-pop artists don't go to that many places anyways, and then you had such tiny venues and only probably half those people were buying merch, and you had to pay for the staff and everything. Like, I don't think they make much money. It's also just ridiculous in general because it's not like the fans aren't going to be that happy. Because I'm still mad. I didn't even attempt to get tickets. I just went to 17 and stuff because I was like, well, I want to see 17 anyways. I was going to try to get TXT, but even this current tour was hard to get tickets. Like, I don't know. It just makes me mad because so many people who can't go to this tour could have went to the other tour and they couldn't because there was very few seats. There's no reason. If you can hold a big concert, hold a big concert. You don't try to be all humble because no one benefits from that humbleness. There's being humble for the sake of being humble. They don't even want it. They're not even being humble. TXT are not humble kings. TXT are like, and that's in the best way possible. Like they're like Yoongi to me, where Yoongi's just trying to be big brother here, but like Yoongi's not like a humble king either. I hate when people say that because it's like you don't need to be humble. You just need to not be an asshole. And there are people who are humble, and there's people like TXT who I love so much because they're so sincere, and I love how much I said this here. Like, they didn't want small venues, and they were disappointed because they also know they're disappointing so many fans. So now the artist also kind of reeks the, response, because it's like, no one benefited from the small venues. No one. Like I said, they didn't probably get that much money. There's not that many fans who got to go. 90% of fans didn't get to go because they're so small, and the artist probably didn't make much money either. And you're traveling around for it was intimate and cute, but like I'd rather a lot of people be happy and I just get a decent seat than like no one get happy and like 0.7% of the fandom got like close cute interaction. You know what I mean?
몇 년 차에 뭐 어디를 들어갔고 막 성적들이 엄청나게 되게
Also, by that point, that was 3 years after they debut. BTS definitely. It's like, Yoongi's comparing it, but it's not the same. It's really not, because what he's referring to was a year after debut, which is, or even like months after debut. Because by the time 2015 rolled around, which was 2 years after debut, they were doing big tours. So it's not the same. That comparison wasn't even accurate because TXT concerts were 3 years after debut. So 3 years after BTS's debut, they were in HYYH era.
한 것처럼 느껴지지만 사실 길게 봤을 때는 너네 내년에 사이즈가 더 커질 건데 내후년엔 더 커지고 항상 후배한테 조급해하지 말라고 많이 이야기를 하는데
I don't think that was impatient.
맨날
No.
한게 보일 때 가수는 멋이 좀 없어져요.
No, I disagree.
몇 년 차 때는 뭘 해야 되고 몇 년 차 때는 뭘 해야 되고 1위를 해야 되고
But then you did. But then you did, though. You see, I don't know. The one time I'm kind of disagreeing with him. I get what he's going for, but it's kind of a little hypocritical.
난리 났어. 난리 났어.
They really are. I feel like they're kind of giving that vibe of BTS where it's not the same numbers, but each song just gets bigger.
먹다 보면 좀 풀어지는 것 같더라고.
그때 엘리베이터에서 뵀을 때 호시 선배님
Oh my god, really?
근데 저 잭다니엘 한 2병 먹었어요.
2병이요? 와.
I don't know if that's a lot. Is that a lot?
작업실에 들어와서
I mean, Hoshi was very nervous.
저거 한 잔만 더 먹겠습니다.
좋아. 다 먹었어? 네.
저희 위스키를 좋아해요. 저랑 연준이 형은
Why does Yeonjun look so good here? Like, I'm mad. I'm angry at his attractiveness.
큰일 났네. 그러니까 나는 좀 궁금한 게 내 첫인상이라고 하면 공연장에 나를 처음으로 봤던 거야.
저희는 연습실에서 봤죠. 저희 두 오래돼가 8-8.
They both exactly remembered it too.
형 2번 방 쓰실 때
아니 나는 그때 이제 기억은 8-8이 너무 열악하다고.
그쵸. 진짜
최악이었죠. 우리는 그 연습실에 나자고
I love that practice room.
2시에 막 서커스를 하고 있는 거면 에노라는 거 막 날라다니고.
아 그거 못하죠. 천장 낮으면.
What does the ceilings mean? Because they don't look that low. Is it just the angle?
지나가는 사람들이 미친놈인 거야.
I guess I'm also short, so ceilings never like this ceiling doesn't look that low to me.
하이브의 아티스트들은 너네랑 우리밖에.
맞아요. 진짜 이게 짠한 얘기인데 저희가 아무래도 저희는 뭐 알바도 뭐 못하고 돈이 있는 것도 아니고 그러다 보니까
You say I work part-time.
올라가면은 사이다 그 뚱캔으로 하나 나오잖아요. 그거를
We just save it?
물을
Ew.
반반 섞으면 맛이 좀 비슷하거든요. 그럼 좀 많이 마실 수 있으니까.
It's not worth it, baby. Just drink
반을
water.
이렇게 보온통에 넣으면서 저녁에 와서 먹을게요 이랬던 게 기억나.
이제
반만 아침에 먹어.
그런 느낌이죠. 사람들은 뭐 어떻게 볼지 모르겠는데 어쨌든 저희는 하이브에서 나온 가수니까 어떻게 볼지 모르겠는데 사실 연준이 형이나 저나 되게 헝그리한 마인드에서
Oh no, I totally see it.
그치, 헝그리 했지. 그래서 나는 나의 이제 투모로우바이 투게더의 첫 인상은 이제 삼성동에 우리가 회사 갔을 때 애들이 막 데뷔해가지고 막 너무 피곤해하고 막
I see it from the.
대기하고 자고. 근데 나는 그게 너무 안타까웠던
I see
게
it from the plus plus line videos.
사실 저희보다 형들이 훨씬 더 고생을 많이 했을 거라고 생각도 했고 너무 들은 것도 많아요.
저희는
I don't know.
덕분에 좋은 환경에서 많이
감사한 거예요.
아니 근데 난 이제 내 첫인상을 못 들어봐가지고
형님 첫인상이요? 솔직하게
솔직하게 말씀드리면
어이없게
저는 형님 여기 기분이 조금 안 좋으신 거
그때 나내
No, that's just his face.
생김새가 그랬어.
근데 너무 근데 좀 중간에 마음 따뜻했던 게 형이 한번 이제 치킨 먹으라고
Always give people food.
그리고 들어왔다가 야 먹으라 이러고 딱 들어가셨어요.
That's how he takes care of people is literally with
좀
food.
설렜어요.
That's Yumi's love
우리
language.
처음 왔을 때도 그렇고 많이 그냥 갖다 주네.
Yeah, he likes to buy people food.
괜찮으셨어요.
워낙 진짜 그때는
It's so
모두
cute.
10대 정도 아니었나?
저도 그때 고등학생이에요.
Middle school, right? I think it was taken in middle school.
잘 먹지도 못해.
좀 불쌍해.
연습만 막 해. 아니 근데 나는 그 이야기를 꼭 해주고 싶더라고. 사람들이 이제 투모로우바이 투게더 하면 방탄소년단 BTS의 동생.
Oh, they are.
그러면서 이제 많은 사람들이 쟤네들은 좋은 환경에서
Which is what they just said, but I don't believe it.
이렇게 시스템에서 일을 시작했겠네라고 하지만 나는 옆에서 봤던 사람 입장에서는
But I think people also have to remember TXT debuted in 2019, beginning 2019, and at least Taehyun and Yeonjun. I can't remember everyone's lineup. I think the lineup was Yeonjun, Taehyun, Hyun and Kai, Subin, Bumgyu. I think Bumgyu was last. I could be wrong. I really don't remember. Regardless, at least Taehyun and Yeonjun, who were there a little longer, when did they join? I feel like they joined before BTS, before even Boy With Love, and well, obviously not Boy With Love, before even, like, probably around like maybe Mic Drop era. No, because Yeonjun was there for 5 years, and if they debuted in 2019, he was there when BT. Wait, let me make sure I'm getting this right, because yeah, 2014. Yeah, and then when did Taehyun? That's nowhere even, like, why do people think this? Okay, and then Taehyun joined March 1st, 2016. March 1st. That's before I Need You and stuff. Okay. He's saying Justin Bieber's boyfriend, I'm dead. That's so accurate though, like, that's so him. Okay, when did Bumgyu join? Yeah, okay, so... And then Subin, we're getting all this information. Oh, really? Subin joined a week after Taehyun. And then let's get Hyun and Kai. Okay, I can't really get a clear, concise sense of Hyun and Kai. Okay, regardless, everyone joined, like, before March 1st, 2016. Or at least in 2016. That's before BTS. Yes, BTS were decently popular still before I Need You. But I Need You was their kind of like... I Need You and Fire, but like mainly I Need You was like their breakout song. That means, regardless of their debut, they still struggled and reaped the like hardships as trainees. And I think the training process is where a lot of that mindset and everything come from. So even if you debut in a good company, your training process is really what like you come out from. Because not only did they struggle in the like training rooms and everything, like because they weren't even in the high building or anything like that. Like, in the high building didn't come till later. Like, I think people don't realize these things. So I just hate that people act like TXT or act like BTS had it worse than TXT and TXT just benefited from BTS, because they didn't even join. Yeonjun didn't, I don't think he even joined for BTS, did he? Because unless he was like a big fan from debut, he probably didn't even know who they were. Why did he join? Did he? Yes, he could have. But okay, so yeah, he was approached first. Yeah, Yeonjun was contacted. There's no, like, I just hate it. I hate it here. Anyways.
그렇지 않았고 항상 사람들이 비교를 우리랑 하니까. 근데 나는 그
I don't think they do that much anymore.
열정이 있고
I don't see it as much.
그렇게 봐왔기 때문에 그로 인해서 잘 됐다고 나는 생각해요. 왜냐하면 빅히트의 그 연습 시스템, 강시혁이라는 사람의 그 제작 방식, 퍼포먼스 관련된 어떠한 그런 타협할 수 없는 점, 그걸 다 소화해냈기 때문에 지금까지 왔다고 나는 생각이 들거든.
그렇죠.
I mean, I want to call them prejudices. That's a bit dramatic. I say comparisons, because it's not even a negative thing usually.
아이고, 안타까운 사실이지만 많은 팀이 데뷔를 해서 다음 활동 때 또 만날 수 있는 팀이 그렇게 많지 않더라고요.
그렇지. 우리는 감사하게 생각해.
저희 너무 감사해요.
잘해서 하는 것도 있지만 정말 운 좋게 우리 도와주는 팬들, 너무 운 좋게 너무 좋은 곡들을 만났던 거라고
이런 걸 좀 당연하지 않게 생각하려고 하는.
그러니까 이제 뭐 소심이나
See, that's what I like. TXT always have things they reach for, but they're still grateful without being overtly humble.
변화가 되게 중요한 거야.
Because you can be grateful and then there's humble.
지금이 무대가 너무 좋고 나를 좋아해주는 뭐가 너무 좋아. 그러면 올바른 변화잖아.
그렇죠.
데뷔 때보다 훨씬 더 많이 변화한다. 그래서 변화는 필요한적이다. 다만 좋은 쪽으로 변화를 해야 된다.
저도 사실 형들 방송국에서 겹쳤을 때 그때 봤을 때 딱
I'm thinking of the clips.
오래가는 팀들의 공통점들이 좀 보이기 시작하는 것 같아요. 그 긍정적인 변함이 존재하고 팀워크 유지가 된다. 이게 사실 되게
힘이 보여줘.
저도 갈수록 멤버들에 대한 애정이 이렇게 커져가는 게 진짜 이게 막 처음에 막 서로 안 맞고 이 팀이라는 게 저희가 어쨌든 막 평소 알던 사이가 아니었잖아요.
Seeing them in like runaway era and stuff, like they're so sweet to each other, and now they're kind of like it's like they were overtly sweet, and then they I don't know, like being made like because the camera's on, and then they were like, okay, let's just be real,
나도 그랬어.
and now they're like balanced.
아니 싸우는 게 얼마나 건강한 해결 방법인지에 대해서 사람들이 알아요.
Depends on the type of arguing.
갈등을 두려워하지 않아야 되는데
Yeah, I think he means mainly
저희
conflict.
멤버들이 너무 착하고 이래갖고 싸우는 거에 대한 그런 갈등에 대한
두려움이
Now they don't care.
착한 거에 대해서 어필을 한다.
아니 그게 아니라 그 갈등에 대한 두려움이 너무 컸어서 저도 그랬고.
I think Taehyun probably
근데 그만큼 아껴서
argued a lot.
맞아요.
내가 상처 안 받았으면 좋겠어.
맞아요.
사실 가족보다 더 오랜 시간을 갔기 때문에. 그래서 난 남준이
I knew,
3년 동안
freaking knew he was saying Namjoon. I was about to say that name because he always mentions Namjoon.
아 그런 거 아까도 저 위에 올라와가지고 남준이랑 인사도 안 해 이제. 뭐 이래 그냥. 그게 너무 편한 거야.
So bro.
오래 본. 얘네 막 빤스만 입고 다니는 거 보는 거야 그냥. 근데 그러면 나는 오히려 또 다른 가족이 되잖아.
I just need to know what their dorm looked like.
이 바뀌는
Like while they were in it.
지금 너네가 겪고요. 그러면 이제 우리가 똑같은 목표를 보고 있지는 않을 수도 있어. 각자 원하는 바가 다를 수는 있다. 근데 모두 한 배를 탔다는 걸 인지하는 순간부터는 누구 하나 빠지게 만들어도 안 되고 누구 하나 이 배를 침몰시켜서도 안 되고 그냥 이제 그때부터는 견고하게 이제 나아가는 거고. 근데 난 그런 순간이 왔다고 생각해.
지금 딱 정확한 얘기 해주신 게 저희가 딱 이번 활동 하기
Like if you see someone going astray and heading in a bad direction, keep them in check.
너무 정상을 바라보고 정말
Very.
이거에 대한 열망이 있는 사람들.
I feel like they're the most ambitious. I'm glad that's why they're here.
보여.
Because like it's not like Hyun and Kai, Bumgyu, and Sugan aren't. But I think they're a bit more go with the flow, especially like Bamyu and Hinagai. I feel like they're just like wherever the road takes us, we'll go. Subin's the leader, so I do think he almost has to have a bit of that ambition, but
사실 뭐가
These
정답이라고
two.
할 수 없잖아요. 그 팀에 대한 목표를 갖는다는 게 뭐 정상을 바라보는 게 꼭 정답이 아닐 수 있잖아요. 누군가는 그냥 건강하게 오래 활동하고 싶다 이런 게 목표일 수도 있고, 근데 되게 이번에 저랑 연준이 형이 우리는 정상을 가고 싶다, 우리는 획을 긋고 싶다 이런 얘기를 하면서
They strive for it.
본인들이 다른 목표를 가졌을 때 저랑 연준이 형
Oh, that's actually sweet. They're like, don't get your hopes too high.
우리도 정상을 바라겠다 이런 멘트들을 좀 해줬어요.
Okay, so yeah, they
그래서 그게
agreed.
진짜 힘이 됐죠.
저는
I'm like, I can see them just being like, okay, we want that too.
제가 그것 때문에 한참 무기력하고 너무 힘들 때가 있었어요. 성공과 뭔가 잘해야 된다는 압박감에 제가 시달려 있었을 때 태현이가 저한테 저는 형 보고 간다 이런 얘기를 해줬는데 그게 사실 너무
I think
큰
they're
너무
each
고마운 게 많은
other's
멤버죠.
push and
지금
shove.
잘하고 노래도 끌어올려줬고 너무 감사한 게 많은 멤버인 것 같아요.
Like, you know how
아니 근데
you're,
연습생
if you're in
얘기하고
a
연준이가 무슨
sport,
전설의 뭐?
hey boy, your friend, if you're like in a baseball team or something or basketball team, you compete with each other, and that competition helps you become better almost. Like that type of situation where it's like, because you both want first place, you're friends, but like, that kind of friendly competition is a good way of putting it. Like friendly competition boosts them both up. So if there's only one person in the group who is in, like if it was only Yeonjun, he would probably feel so isolated. But because he can kind of compete with Taehyun, it's like it helps them both.
전설의 연습.
All that, yeah. I thought he meant the It Boy.
내가 얘기해줄까?
너무 많이
둘이 이야기해봐 둘이
근데 놀랍지도 않아.
연준이 형이 하면 입사할 때마다
본인이 이야기해
본인이 이게 어떻게
No, that's what I love. Yeonjun's unapologetically confident. Well, he has his struggles and insecurities, but he knows he's that guy. And he's still like that. It's just he's a little more like self-aware.
다음 거뭐춤 1등 누가 돼서 최현준 그러면 그게 형이야.
He's a residential It Boy. Yeah, I can see he's already getting drunk.
근데
불변해요.
근데 왜냐면은 제가 원래 사실 너무 부족했던 사람이었는데 빅이 들어와서 1등을 그렇게 해본 게 처음이었어.
Yeah, I would brag about it too.
스스로.
Are we embarrassed? I don't know.
아 진짜.
맨날 꼴찌한테 안 잘리는 애거든
그게 아니 그렇지만 않았을 거야.
맨 밑에
Well,
민준이
he's the producer and an amazing rapper, so who cares?
김남준 나 신동이 세 명이서 이제 항상 꼴찌를
But it's okay because you're necessary to the
진짜
group.
그 어필 본인이 이렇게 맨날 물어봤던 게 거짓되지 않았어요. 그냥 본인이 진짜 제일 잘했고 그게 너무
Yeah, like he
그냥 더
knows
지금
he's that
데뷔해서 할수 있는
guy, so it's okay because he's not talking to talk. He has the facts. That's what I love. Like he is self-aware to know he's the shit. You know, like he's that guy, and it's true. Like he is that guy. It's different if you're talking yourself up, but you're not actually, you know, number one. But I feel like now he was a little more arrogant. Than I feel like now he's, you know, he's in the big pond now, and he's a little more self-aware of his surroundings. He's a bit more nice about it, but he doesn't. That's why I'm saying he's not overtly humble either. He'll still, now he's a little more embarrassed by it, but that's because he was probably a bit arrogant back then. Now he'll still talk himself up,
노래를 한다라고 할 수 있는 사람이 연준이 형밖에 없었어요.
but he's just nicer about it.
저는 태연이
Like,
연습생
yeah,
때는
residential It Boy. Let's get it. Oh, he's right too. They're so red. Oh my god, they're next. Yeah, yeah.
진짜 노력도 재능구나를 느끼게 해준 친구예요.
Oh yeah, that's totally Taehyun.
네. 사실 제가 같은 멤버로서 같이 달려주는 멤버가 사실 너무 감사하고 고마운 거라 생각해요.
Okay, Yeonjun's drunk. Yeonjun's drunk.
그게 너무
His eyes.
내가 못 따면 얘도 못 따
He looks tired, but it's just because he's
뭐
drunk.
그런 것들을
He's drunk.
취했어요.
기분 좋아하고
가수로서 내가 가지고 있는 감정을 보여줘.
Yeonjun, no.
연준이가 가지고 있는 그 가장 큰 무기는 뭐야? 그러면
저의 가장 큰 무기.
자신 있게 얘기해요.
He's dancing,
그냥
for sure.
푹신하게 얘기해주면은
His charisma on stage.
형만한 그런 끼? 약간
He's meant to be
진짜
famous.
형만한 그릇을 갖고 형만큼 노력하는 사람이 없다.
싸용이 이야기를 하더라고. 와, 저 돌아갈 때 연준.
No, like he's Kai. He's Taehyun.
그런
He's Jimin. You know what I mean? He's in this category. He's Taehyun. He's IU. He's Jungkook. Like they're meant to be famous.
그러니까 실력에 대한 그런 좀 강박이나 좀 그런 게 많아갖고
Oh, he's so drunk.
좀 제가 아직도 너무 부족하다고 생각해요.
아니 둘 다 잘하는데 뭘?
맞아 맞아.
연준이 사실 고생을 진짜
I can't
많이
tell.
해요. 진짜 게임 많이 찍으러 다니고
He's making me
영화에도
laugh
막
because he's so
땡기고
drunk.
하고 사실 부담이잖아요.
Yeah.
역량이 뛰어나니까 분명히 할 수 있는
But,
거지만
yeah.
근데 그럼에도 연준이 형이 사실 팀을 제일 먼저로 생각하거든요.
태연이 최고의 강점은 진짜
He's always learning. Yeah.
이건 저도 사실 너무 따라하고 싶은 부분이에요.
See, I think
열정이나 노력이 되게 사람들이
Yeonjun's
뜨거운
kind of like
것에
so. Yoongi said this was on Taehyung's episode. He said Jimin's the learning type, and he had to like work for his talents and everything. Obviously, there's always going to be some integrated talent for any singer and artist. Like you can learn to sing, but you have to have some type of already natural, like a naturally good voice. And then Jungkook's he was born that way, and obviously he got better because he used to have to learn and craft her abilities, but he was already born with the natural like talent. I think Yeonjun has that natural charisma and talent, and he just obviously grew. And then Taehyun already had a good voice, but I think he's the learning type. Like he learned to be good at it. Kind of like Jimin. Taehyun's Jimin, Yeonjun's Jungkook.
사실 그 노력을 해본 사람이라면
I also think Yeonjun reminds me a bit more of Taehyun rather than Jungkook,
그걸
but
얼마나 견뎌내는지 저는 그건 진짜 자신이 있거든요.
아니 근데 노력이라는 게 가장 큰 재능이라는 걸 알고 있거든요. 그냥 우리 7명
well, yeah, any artist, no matter how awesome you are as a
노래라는 걸 해본 적이 없고
talented singer, if you don't keep working on it, you're gonna stumble eventually.
지민이 형 데뷔하고도 맨날 새벽에 나와서 연습했잖아요.
그래도 6살도 라이브 하고 있어요.
그래서 저도 태연이 또 못했어요. 얘 오디션 볼 때만 해도 노래 할 줄 모르니까 옥타브 낮춰서 그냥 불러서 오디션 봤거든.
Exactly, that's what I said.
아이 그럼 그게 병해로운 거지. 이런 친구에서 와 병해로운 거지. 와 얘네들이 이렇게 되네.
Oh, I thought it was
정말
chorus.
최선을 다해서 열심히 하고 있기 때문에 그거를 이제
Playing begin.
모아야 분들이
This is summer.
200만 장을 판매고가 나오는 과정인 거예요.
근데 그게 진짜 너무
You
신기한 게
make
아직도
me
그 노래에 대한
Wow, they didn't play the
고민이
chorus.
많거든요. 춤도 그렇고 그래서 제가 계속 노력을 하고 지금 남아서 노래하고 그렇게 할 때마다 가끔 저를 오래 봐주신 분들이
My God, Yeonjun is doing so
차리실 때
much.
너무 놀라워요. 솔직히 그냥 음원만 떼고 보면은 사실 이때도 최선을 다하고 이때도 최선을 다하니까 그게 느껴지나 싶은데 느끼시더라고요.
너무 신기한 게 뭔지.
I just want. Can I just? I love Yeonjun here too, but I need an episode with just Taehyun and Yoongi because the synergy is beautiful. The conversation's flowing. Love it.
목소리가 똑같아.
맞아요.
진짜
계속 바뀌어.
맞아요.
그건 뭐 우리도 그렇고
That's interesting.
음원에서 반영이 돼.
But yeah, I
칼에
noticed.
가봐야 되는 거야.
Especially with Yoongi, his voice changed a lot.
어떻게 해야 될까? 그러면 어떻게 해? 뭐 이렇게 됐을 때 또 한 단계 넘어가는 거고 그때부터 연륜이 쌓이는 거고 소위 말하는 이제 짬이라는 게 사는 거고 조금 더 내가 할 수 있는 표현들이 많아지는 거고 그렇게 됐을 때 또 되게 재밌어지는 거야.
근데
너무 잘한다.
근데 사실 저는 그 호비 형 보고 진짜 영향을 많이 받은 게 열망이 있고 막 혼자
너무 잘해.
너무 잘하는 거야.
Ugh,
그래서 보고 진짜
J-Hope is just, he's in his own league.
내가 내
He's a
아티스트를
different type
너무
of
이렇게
artist.
끌고 가고 결국 그거를 사람들이 알아보게 되어 있거든요. 그래서 진짜 호비가 놀라파르자 무대 보면서 진짜 박수 쳤어요.
Oh, they didn't get to see him.
호비는 지금도 연락 안
My uncle went with me to see NCT Dream, and on the way back, he was playing like we were playing a K-pop like shuffle playlist because it was like a 7-hour drive.
심심한 거 말고는 그
Hobi's song came on, and he added it to his playlist.
감사한 게
He didn't add anything else. He didn't add anything else. Not one song. But I forgot what song. I think it was Arson.
사실 너무 감사한 게 제가
He added that to the playlist.
형 왜 그렇게 알려주세요.
Well, why not?
이렇게 여쭤봤었어. 내가 너무 궁금해서. 형이 우리 아니면 너한테 이런 얘기 누가 해줘? 라고 얘기했을 때 사실 너무
I mean, that's true. They only have one artist above them too, so.
저한테 그래서 너무 감사했어요. 그랬었어요.
심심하다는 건 사실 농담이고 그냥 좀 우리는 선배가 없죠. 선배가 없죠. 우리 2013년에 데뷔해가지고 5년차, 5년차라고 17년까지지. 너무 힘들고 근데 우리는 물어볼 데도 없어. 2017년 처음으로 빌보드를 가서 첫 후배가 너네요. 그래서 내가 안 챙겨주면 누가 챙겨주지라는 생각이
No, like he just. I love Yoongi collecting baby idols.
진짜 아예 사실 이런 선배님이 많이 없다고 생각해요. 찐으로 너무 감사하고 형한테
They're to Yoongi what Yoongi was to
감동이었어요.
Taehyung Big Bang.
진짜 이 대인배라고 느껴지는 모먼트 있잖아요. 수양이 얘기했던 대로 나는 그럴 사람이 없었다. 근데 본인이
He's embarrassed and he's trying very hard to avoid eye contact.
형한테 진짜 너무 감사했어요. 항상 먼저 연락 주셨거든요.
그래 이제
Oh, that's so cute.
나한테 돌려줄 필요는 없고 후배들한테 이렇게
It's like
넘어가는
isn't that just being nice, passing along?
아니 그런
You know?
상황들이 나도 겪어봤던 거니까
너무 감사했어요. 그냥 하는 말이 아니라.
그냥 공식적으로 하고 싶은 얘기가 그냥 저희는 형들이랑 선배를 뒀잖아요. 당연히
To be fair, I would say BTS's mentor was Bang PD. But Bang PD is their boss, or was their boss, so
아니야
it wasn't the same as having like an idol as a mentor.
201이
Because like other companies, like even Super Junior still take care of NCT a lot, and that's like multiple generations after them. Or like 2PM, like they'll still like contact new art. Like other companies have such a legacy behind them that even the first or second gens will take care of like the fourth gens.
인정하는 부분이고 근데 형들과 회사가 달아준 날개를 견디기 위해서는
아니 바뀌었잖아.
저희는 성적이 워낙 높은 위치에서 해주셨기 때문에 저희가 잘했다고 생각 안 하고
I want them to hug after this. I need a hug. I need a drunk, tall Yeonjun hug to tiny Yoongi.
저희 위치에서 최선을 다했고 저희는 사실 모아분들
Oh my god,
아니면은
Yoongi's eyes, they were so sweet.
아무것도 아니라고 생각을 해요. 이런 위치 진짜 우리 팬분들께서 만들어주신 거라서
Oh my god, Yeonjun is so sharp.
맞아요.
You just hear it in his voice.
저한텐 멤버들도 있고 음악도 있고 여러 가지가 있지만 대신에 그건 확실해요. 결국에
But I also
저희를
think Yeonjun drank more because he was nervous still.
이 퍼즐 조각이 딱 완벽하게 들어맞는 거는 결국 팬분들이 없으면 있을 수 없다라고 생각하기 때문에
팬이 없으면 사실 가수는 문제.
맞아요.
I still disagree with that
결국
statement.
투모로우바이트는
A singer can still, like, I could be a singer, and if I didn't have, like, if you don't, like, you can still be a singer without fans. You can't be fans without a singer. You know? I think that makes more sense to me, because people always say that, but I'm like, there's tons of singers without fans. there's choirs and everything without fans. But if an artist didn't exist, what would you be a fan of? I think that makes more sense, but I get what they mean. I get it. I just think it's not true.
야무지게 한번 흔들어 보겠습니다.
Favorite. One of my favorite lipsticks.
그대로
I never noticed that actually. I didn't notice that.
이거 누르면 색 바꿀 수 있다고.
진짜 그냥 하는 말이 아니라 진짜 저는 무엇인지 아니면 진짜 아무것도 아니라고 생각해요.
나도 암이 없으면 아무것도 아니야.
제가 정말
이건 진심이거든요.
진짜 너무 애정하고
저도 그래요.
저희는 코로나랑 겹치잖아요. 이 모아봉을 보는데 시간이 되게
Yeah, because
오래
their little mini tour was before the
놀라지.
Lightstick was released. Oh, that's the one I'm watching. That's what I'm watching. The exact one. It's crazy.
진짜 너무해. 근데 멤버들이 놀릴까봐 진짜 꾸역꾸역 참는데 진짜 속으로 울고 있어요. 여기는 속으로 못 참는 스타일인데
He's like, Taehyun's like, I can control my emotions.
그러니까 저는 감동받는
Oh,
못 참겠더라고요.
I want that too. That's funny.
얘기할 기회 한번 주세요. 근데 저는 그냥 이 모든 게 진짜 진심이라고 생각해요.
진심이지 당연히. 진심이지.
저 이런 거에 대해서 너무
Just tell
감사하게
his face. He's
생각하는
drunk.
왜냐면 이런 모든 지금 저희가 누리고 있는 모든 것이 당연하다고 생각한 적은 한 번도 없어요.
뭐 저희도 이번에
You're so respectful. I'll just be laughing.
절대 세상에 당연한 거 없고 뭐든 감사하게 생각해라 이 얘기를 하면서 팀 미팅을 했거든요. 그 연준이 형이 되게 많이 생각하고 있는 거 보니까 저도 되게 중요하게 생각하고
전 진짜 그때도 얘기했던 게 당연한 건 없다고 생각을 해서 저희가 지금까지 이렇게 받고 있는 사랑도 그냥 진심으로 그걸 생각을 하고 근데 어쨌든 모아분들께서 굉장히 왜 웃으세요?
귀여워가지고 귀여워.
근데 하여튼
귀엽잖아.
하여튼 제가 그냥 모든 걸 당연하지 않게 생각하려고 하는 것 같습니다.
이제 우리가 항상 하는 미드로 갈 수.
I'm like so embarrassed on behalf. Yeonjun's gonna be so embarrassed when he sees this. I mean, he probably remembers some of it.
사실 과거로 돌아가고 싶은 마음이 없어요. 왜냐면 저는 확신했어요. 나는 최선을 다했다. 근데 미래를 보고 다시 돌아올 수 있다면은 저는 저희 딱 10년 차 됐을 쯤
I'm so sorry, Taehyun. It's just
네, 그때쯤에
Yeonjun.
저와 저희 멤버들을 한번 보고 싶어요.
우리가 10주년이야.
너무 잘해주고 있을 거는 확신이.
더 잘하겠지.
그리고 그런 멤버들을 제가 타임머신 타고 보고 왔을 때 되게 영감을 많이 받을 것 같아서 그때로 가보고 싶어요.
연준이 뭐야?
저는 제 중생 때
Finally, someone says something like this.
저의 비전 이런 건 상관없이 그냥 중일 때
Does anyone want to go before they were famous?
그렇습니다.
자, 슈타 마지막 무슨 질문. 우리 Tomorrow X Together 최종 꿈이 뭐야?
I feel like
저는 이거
they've reached a
피어서
lot.
얘기하는 게 아니라 진짜 사실 처음 얘기하는 것 같아요. 형들한테 자랑스러운 후배가 되고 싶었어. 형이랑 또 6명 형들한테 정말 자랑스러운 후배가 되고 싶어요.
Featuring Hyun.
형이 사인한데요?
Poor Hyun, they're always like, we had no one else with us. What about Hyun?
형 여기 해봐.
I think
했어.
it's happening again, where I'm in love with
형 사인이 원래
Yeonjun.
이렇게 복잡했었나? 이거 연준이 형 사인이 아닌데.
나 모르겠다. 너무 죽었다.
It's when
많이 맞았어요 오늘.
빅히트.
오늘 진짜 많이 맞았어요.
빅히트 얘 어떡하냐 이거.
you try to carry him, but he's really big.
좀 많이 먹어라. 연준아, 너 좀 많이 먹어야 될 것 같다.
He'll keep eating.
아, 연준이는 진짜.
형 괜찮아요.
너 안 괜찮아.
잠깐 또
I
주시면
love they call him Hyun. I'm gonna cry. I just realized that. Like they're not calling him Sunmi Nim anymore.
안녕.
Someone please carry him. Wait, Jisoo, shut up. We'll get to you. Okay, so I fell in love with Yeonjun since day one, you know, we've all been there. I think Yeonjun was okay, so I think Yeonjun I really wish my old channel didn't get deleted because I was one of those people who stayed up till like, what was it, 5 a.m. for TXT's debut. I think I like posted it right away too. And I think I liked Yeonjun first. Well, I remember I liked Hyun and Kai's, you know, like their little introduction clips that they released in January 2019, I think. I think I liked Hyun and Kai's. I thought he was adorable, but he was a baby, so. I think the music video I liked Yeonjun. And then I think when I listened to the album, Taehyun was my bias. And then it was kind of like, I just liked TXT very casually. because they were really awkward. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to get into their personalities in the beginning. I don't know why. I watched One Dream or whatever their showcase show, but I mean, I didn't like. It was a little hard to fall in love. I don't know why. And then I eventually just told myself, was it before I Know I Love You came out? I don't really remember. Actually, let me check. Okay, I went to my playlist, and I guess I just randomly decided to react to them. There was no reason. Because, yeah, I guess, maybe so my first reaction on this channel was the Minnesota, like, Blue Hour era stuff, and TXT within Hypen. And then I did TXT's Weekly Idol, so I guess I watched that Weekly Idol. I think that was from Blue Hour era, so I think I was like, oh, they're not awkward anymore. Like, TXT were one of the most awkward groups ever. Like, their first few variety things are so awkward, and it's not, like, it was very cute, but it was just really awkward, and it's very much because of, like, the fact that they weren't, like, in front of cameras or anything. Like, 90% of idols these days, they're from, like, they either were on survival shows, or they came from survival shows, or they've been in front of the cameras at some point beforehand, or they have just, like, pre-debut stuff that allowed them to get experience. But TXT weren't. So, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, but, like, it took me a while to get into them. And then I got to do, and I was just like, oh, I really actually like this group. They're very funny. The first few episodes are so awkward. You can literally go back and watch my reaction. I have a playlist, and the first episode was the first reaction was the Minnesota. But I've seen all their stuff beforehand, and I just think my bias was, I think, Taehyun for a while, and then to do made me fall in love with Bumgyu. I think I always liked Bumgyu anyways, but I think that allowed it. And I fell in love with Subin gradually. Hyunuk took me a little while, but I always thought he was adorable. But I kind of have a different, like, perspective of Hyunuk. I just think he's so interesting. Anyways, this took way longer than I thought, but honestly, it's TXT and BTS, so I'm not surprised. Regardless, let me know how your journey was for TXT. Did you also find it hard to get into them? Because I think I actually have heard that a lot. I think I wasn't alone. I think a lot of people just like their music. I always love their music. And I always liked them. It's just Yeonjun. That's what I was saying. The main, so, like, Bumgyu's my bias now, and Taehyun. Bias record just depends on the time of day. But Yeonjun on Game Caterers, which I watched on Patreon, that's where I fell in love with him again, because, like I said, he was kind of the first one to attract me. But regardless of it, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.